Flakkari is Icelandic for wanderer, and today we wandered the mountains of Idaho and Wyoming. 2 days earlier, I was trying to decide where to take a ride over the Memorial Day weekend when my phone rang and an old friend asked if it was too short a notice to do a trail or two with just a small group of family and friends. I jumped at the opportunity, and Monday morning we met at the Dry Creek motorized trailhead just outside of Geneva, Idaho. After I spent an unhealthy amount of time staring at Sean's recently LS swapped Jeep, we made our way to the beginning of the trail named Boulevard. Boulevard is roughly 3.5 miles from the trail entrance to the summit, and you will climb about 1,500 feet to get there. The trail is rated a 5 out of 10 on the Onyx technical rating. Morticia is a stock JK Rubicon on 33-inch tires and handled the trail with ease. At the top of this hill is a great little flat spot to pull over and appreciate some of Idaho's beautiful mountain scenery. Off the south side, you can see the unincorporated community of Geneva, named after Geneva, Switzerland, where many of the first settlers came from. We may have not been climbing the Matterhorn, but it was easy to see how this area would easily remind early settlers of the beautiful alpine regions they had once called home. We were even fortunate enough to see a wild herd of Toyotas in their natural habitat. After our break, we followed the trail of the migrating Tacomas, thinking perhaps we might find a CV joint shed, but the herd was healthy and tracks were the only thing left behind. We reached the summit at 8,100 feet and started our descent into an ever-changing scenic experience. We drove through aspen groves, mountain meadows, and pine forests. We drove up hills and down hills, and even found a little mud to make it look like we had done something, all culminating in a great little spot off the road for lunch. Let me openly reveal the nerd in me by telling you I have read several Douglas Adams books. In his book, The Restaurant at the End of the Galaxy, we learn that all major galactic civilizations pass through 3 stages, summed up as: how can we eat, why do we eat, and where shall we have lunch? The where today was high in the Idaho mountains, and it was perfect. If you are headed north, as we are, Boulevard tees into the Elk Valley Trail. A short ride west and you connect to the Crow Creek Trail. The Crow Creek Trail is of significant historical value as it connected the Bear Lake area to Star Valley, Wyoming for 50 years. The 100-mile round-trip freight route would take 3 to 7 days with horses, depending on conditions. The halfway house constructed at this location was capable of housing 32 teams and their drivers. This would have been a little slice of heaven for the mail wagon and freighters traveling between Afton and Montpelier. We dropped down into Star Valley, Wyoming, and started our next ride on the Willow Creek Trail. A thunderstorm passed just to the north of us. We caught just enough of the edge to dampen the dust on the trail and amp up the rich greens of the forest flora. to stretch our legs, and we're not disappointed in the scenery available to us just yards off of the trail. A short distance from this canyon is a beautiful valley that we spent some time in, enjoying the surrounding mountains and breathing the crisp alpine air before descending back to Star Valley and then on to Cache Valley. You will find beauty and adventure everywhere on this earth. And although some places may have more than others, if you will get out and wander, you will find it closer than you think. A special thanks goes to my friend Sean for sharing some of the beauty and adventure found in his backyard. Thank you for watching episode 4 of the Flakkari Project. Please be sure to like and subscribe.